And is it correct, Sheriff, it was about 499 people in Polk County on parole or probation that have proven themselves to be, let's say, untrustworthy and are under the control of the courts. So if there's that many people, I just wonder what the effect is going to be if we don't get more deputy sheriffs out there to watch them.
Well, it's like anything, you know, kind of the saying that's been around for years, you know, while the cat's away, which would be law enforcement, the mice will play, and that's the criminal element. That clearly, if they're not being watched, although Marty Silbernagel, the director of community corrections, his group does a great job trying to maintain supervision of these individuals. However, the loss of police officers out there through the sheriff's patrols just means that there's more opportunity for them to violate the terms of their parole or probation and not be held accountable for it because we're not there to encounter them. And oftentimes, a lot of the repeat offenders that end up violating the terms of their probation are generally encountered by a patrol deputy, and then we end up contacting their probation officer, who then violates them and sends them back to the Polk County Jail.
In regards to the parole and probation people, the 499 of them, you as sheriff or your deputies have to back up or aid these probation officers in their duties?
Yes, we do, primarily because one, the county community corrections officers are not armed officers. So whenever they have an encounter with somebody that there could be a potential threat, they end up contacting us, and that takes up a patrol deputy or 2 or 3, depending upon the situation, so that we can go and assist safely taking the person into custody. Typically speaking, some of these individuals will resist or be non-cooperative with a community corrections officer, where they're less likely to want to be uncooperative or resist at the same level as they would with an armed police officer. So we help them in a lot of different ways, but as far as taking people into custody, we get calls throughout the week from community corrections officers saying, can you go with us? Or so-and-so is, we've issued a warrant for him and he's at this location, can you go arrest him? So yeah, we do a lot of work with community corrections.
How about on the juvenile side, juvenile detention, juvenile offenders, how large a problem is that here in Polk County?
Well, again, Polk County has a jail, but we do not have a detention facility. And so we rent those beds from other facilities. We rent beds from Yamhill County and Marion County. Our juvenile detention problem is not much different than other counties or other cities for that matter. The fact that we've had to reduce juvenile detention beds makes it very difficult for the juvenile department having to pick and choose who stays in a detention bed and who does not. And oftentimes, you know, we don't like to see any of our youth end up in detention, but sometimes that's a great wake-up call for them because they get a taste of, wow, this is real, and this is something that I could have to look at as I become an adult. So the fact that we have less detention beds, this levy that we're putting out on May 19th would restore 2 beds to our detention, getting us up a total of 5, I think it is. Yes. So we really desperately need the 5. We probably need like 8 or 9. But right now, with the beds that we have, they're full all the time. And so when Dallas police makes a custody of a juvenile offender that needs to be detained, that's out of control or has committed a serious crime, because it cannot be put in the Polk County Jail. They have to be 18 years old to be lodged in the Polk County Jail. Dallas police may not have a bed, and sometimes they've had to turn some of these youths loose because there's no place to put them.
Along the same subject there, if a Dallas police officer or a Monmouth police officer has a problem with a juvenile, do they have a place to put them, or do they rely on the county for that?
No, all juveniles are through the Polk County Juvenile Department, so it's, again, it's the county tax that pays for the Polk County Juvenile Department. So none of the cities, Salem, none of them in Polk County have a juvenile detention facility. It's all operated by the county.